Before I get into today's video, I just want to ask you guys, would you mind seeing some NHL 19 beta gameplay on the channel today? Because I have been playing it, it's a lot of fun, I'm really enjoying it, and I was thinking of putting up a lot more NHL gameplay content in the future as well when the full game does come out. I'm not sure though if that is something you guys want to see, but if it is, please make sure to let me know down in the comments. Underrate or underrated, to underestimate the extent, value, or importance of someone or something. And the picture next to this in the dictionary should be Evgeni Malkin, because he's a bona fide superstar, but he doesn't get enough credit for what he does for the Pittsburgh Penguins because he plays under Sidney Crosby's shadow. Now, taking a look at a Crosby-Malkin comparison, these two guys, in my opinion, are both generational talents, and I think it's a shame we're probably never going to see Evgeni Malkin in his prime playing as the #1 option on a team. He's played in 784 games so far throughout his career and has 370 goals and 560 assists for 930 points, and Crosby has 864 games played, 411 goals, 705 assists for 1,116 points. So obviously Crosby has him in the games played in the points column, and this isn't even a comparison video to talk about who is better, because the all-around better player is Sidney Crosby. I'm just kind of comparing these two stats because I want you guys to see how good Evgeni Malkin is and what kind of numbers this guy puts up. He's an absolute machine for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that. I even go as far as saying Phil Kessel gets more credit and gets talked about more on the Pittsburgh Penguins than I hear people talking about Evgeni Malkin. Evgeni Malkin was the Pittsburgh Penguins' first-round pick, 2nd overall in 2004. He's 6'3", 195 pounds, and when this guy gets going full speed up ice and his sights are set on scoring a goal, there really isn't much you can do to stop him because he's so big and so fast. He's an unbelievable player, and this guy really is, in my opinion, a generational talent, and I wish sometime we could have seen this guy leading a team and seeing what he could have done as really the #1 option, because let's be honest, he is under the shadow of Sidney Crosby. It's just being real. It's not like I'm trying to hate or anything. That's just a fact. That is what's going on. But I'm pretty sure Evgeni Malkin doesn't mind because of how successful this team has been, and he really is a huge part of why the Penguins have been so good the past 10 years, because of having the luxury of having him on your second line. And like Crosby, I think Malkin, you can put anyone on his line, and he's going to make them into instant offensive threats. And for Malkin, you can't use the argument that he's only good because he's on Crosby's team, because he really doesn't play on the ice with Crosby all that much unless they're on the power play or if they have their empty net and they're trying to score a goal late in the game. Over the course of his career, he's played in 784 games and has 930 points. You guys seen that in the Crosby comparison. And he's also a machine in the playoffs with 158 games played, 62 goals and 103 assists for 165 points. This guy puts up incredible numbers, and for his size, the speed and the hands that he has just gives us such a luxury to watch. We've seen him score so many unbelievable end-to-end goals throughout the course of his career, and I think by the time it's all said and done, we will definitely see a couple more from Evgeni Malkin because he is just that good. Looking at Evgeni Malkin's awards and accolades, and this is just strictly NHL, he has a good amount of international awards as well. You wouldn't think he's underrated, but that's not really what I'm getting at here. He gets the rewards and the awards for what he does, but I find when we talk about Pittsburgh and how good they have been over the past years and how good they are this year and stuff, I don't think we hear Evgeni Malkin's name brought up enough, just because he's obviously under the shadow of Crosby, and even I hear Kessel and Letang's names brought up more than Evgeni Malkin. He's a 3-time Stanley Cup champion, 2-time Art Ross winner, which is leading the league in points, a Calder Trophy winner in 2007, and remember, Malkin was drafted in 2004. He didn't start his NHL career till 2007, so if he would have came in right after being drafted, I think his point total could be up around where Sidney Crosby's is. He's a Conn Smythe winner, which is playoff MVP, a Hart Trophy winner for league MVP, so that just shows you how good he is. Also has won the Ted Lindsay Award, which is the players voted MVP. So that just shows you Evgeni Malkin is a superstar. I would even go as far as saying he is a generational talent because I think he's that good. And getting players that are this fast and this offensively gifted with his size and skill, we don't see that very often. And Pittsburgh fans have been having the luxury to see Crosby and Malkin just tear it up together throughout the past decade, and I definitely think we haven't seen the end of it. And if Evgeni Malkin has stayed healthy throughout the course of his career, he definitely would have a couple more Art Ross winners, in my opinion, and maybe even 1 or 2 more Hart Trophy winners. So now I want to leave you guys with the question, Is Evgeni Malkin the most underrated superstar of all time? And yes, I'm going as far as saying all time. I'm very curious to hear what you guys think. Definitely from the perspective of a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, because obviously, if you're a diehard Penguins fan, you do appreciate Evgeni Malkin much more than others throughout the league do. So I'm very curious to hear what you guys think. Make sure to let me know down in the comments section. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel for daily NHL content. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.